What does it mean? Fucking hell, sunrise. It's beautiful, but it's blinding. When we say retrieving parts of ourselves back from locations, specifically places that we used to go a lot frequently in this past. So recently, the other day, I went to my old childhood home with my brother as well, and my partner, who spent a lot of time there with me when we were teenagers. I had to move from that blinding light. And we went and we drove around, and it was such a heathen experience, but also really sad. It just gave me a perspective of how much things changed, but that's not the point of the video. It was a very beautiful, emotional experience, but that was not the point of my video. My point of the video is sometimes we have to go back and bring parts of ourselves home because they got stuck there. They got stuck there in trauma. They got stuck there with anxieties and fears. They got stuck there, mate, you know? And I suppose what is worth talking about is what does that look like to us? So it could have been somewhere that you went a lot with an ex-partner that might have been not a great relationship. It could be somewhere you went to school. It could be somewhere you lived. It could be somewhere you went to university. Or even just somewhere you spent a lot of time. And what I would definitely do is think about the version of you that spent the time there and visualise them coming back into your heart or back into the higher self, whatever feels more comfortable and more suited for your best interests. But yeah, it's really important, specifically those versions of us that were struggling and living in fight or flight. It's time for us now to call them all home and to bring them back. So if you find yourself, we accidentally went down a different road than we were meant to and ended up on a different road and ended up near my partner's old school. So that was his retrieval, and a friend of mine, we ended up driving again past the place we didn't intend to go. It wasn't the plan, but she had to recall a lot of her fractals of self. And I do it a lot whenever I'm in places where parts of me are there. So I definitely would say start calling parts of you home and notice what that looks like then in your human life. Notice where you end up visiting, where you end up being called to go, what memories have come up. And don't shove the memories away. Sit with them, think about them, release the pain, take the sadness and take that and release it, and accept the joy, accept the memories, and integrate that part of ourself with the higher self now. Don't want to believe in any parts of ourselves trapped behind.